On this episode of China Uncensored, is there anything more dangerous than a loaded pun? Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. So, have you heard about how Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg has been saying he keeps a book of Xi Jinping's speeches on his desk and even suggests his managers read it? I know he wants to get Facebook unbanned in China, but man, what a Zuck up! Wait, Shelly, what's that? In an effort to get China Uncensored into China, the producers are enforcing China's new pun ban? Then I'm done, man. That's rhyme, that's still okay, right? So if you haven't heard,
the government's media watchdog agency in China has launched a crackdown on puns.
Yes, China's State Administration for Press, Publication, Radio, Film, and Television has banned puns. Some people might applaud that, but people who don't like puns, well, they're just no pun. Really, we're going to keep going with this. Now, a lot of foreign media covered the pun ban, even America's most authoritative news source, The Daily Show.
Now, China's wordplay policy may seem frivolous.
But while it makes sense for a fake comedy news show to make jokes about yet another ridiculous Chinese regulation, it's really no laughing matter. And it might deserve a little more attention than, say, the 10 seconds NBC's nightly news gave it towards the end of its broadcast after an important piece about the new Star Wars movie trailer. What a silly looking lightsaber. But this is something the Chinese regime actually does all the time. They pass a law that, on the surface, sounds so absurd and ridiculous that most foreign reporters and commentators don't pierce the surface. A sort of pundit-proof armor. Oh, I guess that one was too terrible to register. So the best example of this is the 2007 ban on reincarnation without state approval. Hilarious, right? Well, not until you realize its purpose was to give the Chinese regime a legal precedent, albeit a crazy legal precedent, to deny the legitimacy of the Dalai Lama's successor. That way, they can appoint their own Dalai Lama. And then, goodbye Tibet. It's the same with the pun ban. Funny on the surface, insidious if you take just one step further. See, the Mandarin language is full of homophones, that is, words that sound the same but have different meanings, like sun and sun. Traditional Chinese culture has tons of these. For example, on New Year's, families eat fish for dinner because the word for fish, yu, has the same pronunciation as the word for surplus, as in wishing you surplus in the coming year. But the new rule isn't meant to ban fish for dinner, though technically that might be illegal now too, I guess. It means to prevent, and I'm actually quoting their announcement here, cultural and linguistic chaos. What they really mean is, they want to stop those pesky free-thinking netizens from making puns online. Because puns have become a standard way for Chinese netizens to get past word-based automatic censorship. The most well-known example is grass, mud, horse, which I'm not going to say in Chinese because it's a pun for something rather rude. But the animal has become a symbol of censorship defiance. And if someone says they've been river crabbed, it means they've been censored. River crabbed, 和谐, sounds like harmony or to be harmonized, 和谐, a euphemism for being brought into line. The pun ban announced on November 27th came shortly after this lovely video, Daddy She Loves Mama Pun. Now, you'd think the Communist Party would be thrilled by such a delightful and spontaneous display of affection for one's overlords. But, alas, pesky netizens have once again warped something political into something mischievous. See, if you combine characters from Dada and Mama, you get Dama, which means marijuana. Some netizens are using this to say China has entered its marijuana era. China's new ban on puns is, though in some ways hilariously absurd, actually just another in a long history of examples of the Communist Party trying to squash any form of dissenting opinion. Sorry puns, you've just been river crabbed. Ugh.